In this video, I'm going to give you the 4 things I'm looking for so that we can get new highs on Bitcoin and the rest of the crypto market. You do not want to go anywhere. So let's dive right into it. Now, if you've been following this channel for a while, you know that I have been super bullish on Bitcoin. I actually made a video, 8 reasons why Bitcoin is bullish, 2 weeks ago. This is when we were down in Goblin Town and everyone's talking about 20,000. I also posted on Twitter 8 reasons as to why I believe that Bitcoin is bullish. And like anything at that time, no one even paid attention to anything that I talked about. 2 retweets, 1 quote, and 6 likes. No one cared, right? Because everyone was looking at the bearishness on how we were going down to 20,000. Obviously, I was right, guys. So after that, we did get a massive explosion upward, right? So we came from 29,000 up here into 41,000 on Binance and a lot of other ones. However, on some of them, we even got as high as almost 50,000 on the futures contract. So it went absolutely astronomical. However, we're getting a retracement. So is this the bottom? Well, I laid this path out yesterday, and right here, you guys can see. This is my expectation on stream. I expected it to drop down here and retest this level. And right now, as you guys can see, we are doing exactly that. I'm telling you guys, this market is so easy it's so incredibly easy right now, and it just all makes sense. So I'm going to give you guys the next path. Now, there are 4 things I'm looking for so that we can make new highs on Bitcoin. So let's go ahead and look at those and dive right into it. Now, these are my 4 steps. And here's the moon. If we get past step 4, then I can confidently say that we are going to have new highs. So let's go ahead and dive into the very first one. The first one is this weekly breaker and the monthly open. So the monthly open is where the monthly candle started at. So the end of last month's candle or the very beginning of this month. It's the exact same level. This level has been interacted with very, very well on the lower time frame. So you can see this. Monthly open started way back here, tap, went back below, tap, tap, went back below, tap from the downside, downside above. We have a massive bull trap, but you can see the interaction here has been very, very significant. So it would make sense that after we came up here and hit this level, that we would come back and retest it for a continuation of the upside. This is why I think that the monthly open makes a lot of sense at this, to get retested. Now on the weekly level, we also have this very key breaker. This is a weekly level breaker, and really the only breaker that even exists in this entire consolidation structure. We were here since May, and we only have this single breaker that actually exists on the weekly time frame. So this is a very significant level. And the cool part is, if you dive in, you can see we've already closed above it. We've already closed above it. That means, although this was acting as a major resistance level, since we closed above it, this now will act as a very strong support level. So since it's a major support level, I expect it to hold as support when we come back here and test it. This level right here is going to be a tremendous buy opportunity if you can get it. So 34,700 to about 35,300 is my prime opportunity. And most importantly, right here at the monthly level, which is right around at 35,000. Everyone who's paying attention to this market, who knows what they're talking about, is looking at this level as the major buy opportunity. Now, this candle is ugly, and I get it, right? That is a very long wick candle. However, it's not uncommon to see candles like this even in a bull market. So even though it busted above, we do have good volume. It's coming back in to do a retest and then a continuation higher. Now, this level right here, since we've already claimed it, step 1 is already done. So step 1 has already been completed. Now, what's step 2? That's the next question. Now you can see from 1 to 2, we have this area in between us called a void. A void means there's nothing significant standing in the way for once we get above step 1. So once we've come down here, retested it, and make a new high, there's nothing here stopping us from getting to our step 2. But what is step 2? This is the 200 daily moving average. I drew this line on here to make it extremely clear what we're looking for. So the 200 moving average, I expect us to provide a lot of resistance. Why? Well, it's a very important level, guys. The 200 moving average is a key level that does show a lot of support if coming in from the downside, or a lot of resistance when coming in from the bottom side. As you can see, all up in here, we kept testing the 200, but whenever we actually officially lost it, that was the key to the market that we were going to continue going down, okay? So this is a very, very important level, and you can see we have not lost this level the entire bull run. So we've now officially lost it. Even though I do think we'll be able to get above it, this will be a major test. So the smart play to do here is to take profits here at step 2, which is the 200 moving average. All right. Now, if we can get above step 2, the next one is this daily breaker at step 3. So the daily breaker are these two candles right here. The reason why it's a breaker, and the same thing on that weekly breaker I talked about right here, the reason why it's a breaker is because we have this massive downtrend. Then this is the area where we had consolidation before the continuation of the massive downtrend. So because we have this consolidation, this means this was the area where the bulls decided to really fight back. And this was the level once we lost it, so that confirmed the bear market was going to continue. Now, if it was such a highly contested level on the way down, it also can be assumed it's going to be a highly contested level on the way back up. And not only that, we have the CME Gap. What the CME is a futures market. And since futures only trade Monday through Friday, that means any action that happens on the weekends actually does not appear on this chart. I'm going to go to the chart real quick and show you what I'm talking about. So this is the CME's futures gap. And as you can see, we have these big gaps in price action, okay? And what this means is this happened on the weekends. We have one big gap right here that really wants to get refilled. I don't know if it's going to, but it's possible, right? So this gap has a tendency of getting refilled. Doesn't always happen, but a vast majority of the time it likes to. Now, where does this level exist? Right about 48,000 to about 45,000. So what I did is I went back to my my chart and I annotated it on there because I want to see this level get refilled. It would basically fill that inefficiency, fill the CME gap, and that's something that I really want to see so that the market is basically the yin, the yang, all that craziness. People are happy the gap is filled so that we can continue back downward, okay? So like we're assuming, each of these steps, until we actually reclaim all 4 of these, we're going to assume that each one of these steps will be our massive, massive levels where we're going to catch a lot of resistance. So the smart play is to take profits to each one of these. So if we come up here, get above step 2, then we come up here, fill this gap, which is something a lot of people are looking for, then come up here and tap step 3. This is a great selling opportunity, and where I think we're probably going to get a lot of people who are trying to exit the market at this point. So if this is a massive bull trap or the C leg of an Elliott wave pattern or an exit pump or a scam pump, you guys have heard all those different things. I think it's going to happen at either step 2, step 3, or step 4. So step 3 is my next level I'll be looking to take profit at. So daily breaker should provide a lot of resistance. It will close that CME gap. I think this makes a lot of sense for an area where we're going to have some significant resistance to continuing up. Now, if we're able to get above step 3 and hold it, then we're going to be looking for step 4. Okay, so step 4 is going to be on the 3-day level. This is a massive 3-day point of breakdown. Just like the breaker level, how this was the area where we had a lot, like right here, we had a lot of resistance for the massive drop. You can see this is the last up candle before the massive drop, and it's called a point of breakdown. So this 3-day point of breakdown, I'm expecting to have a lot of resistance as well. This is where I think the last stand for bears. This is the absolute last stand. This is the place where I expect more profit taking and more shorts to get open, because this is the absolute last chance before absolute chaos ensues in crypto market. Okay, so step 1, I expect us to come down here, retest it, go to step 2, get above step 2, we're going to target step 3. Hold step 3, we're going to be targeting step 4, and if we're able to hold step 4, then we can start talking about future crypto markets and how the bull run isn't even over yet. Okay, do I think we're going to have some more of a bounce? Are we done bouncing? I'm going to say no. I don't think we're done bouncing. I think we're going to keep going up. However, like I've said, I'll be taking profits right here. I'll be taking profits right here. I'll be taking profits right here. And if we're able to show a lot of strength at this point right here, I'll be looking to re-enter the market with all those profits I've taken down here so that we can get ready for the massive moon mission that will ensue. And then we can start throwing out numbers like 80,000, 100,000, 200, 300, who knows at that point, right? The point is, take it one step at a time. And now you guys have all steps to be looking for so that you know the massive show of strength so we can continue up and actually do continue this massive bull market. So if you have any questions, like always, let me know in the comments. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next video. So deuces, boys.